Welcome to On the Edge with JP Devine from Central Maine Sunday. On the Edge with JP Devine audio is made possible by our subscribers like you. Thank you for listening and supporting local journalism in Central Maine. Now here's JP Devine.
A shot for flag and country. On this Veterans Day, November 10th, 2022, I am called upon to come up with some memories of my 4 years, actually 3 years and 9 months. The Korean War activated early release, enabling the Air Force to get rid of non-essential personnel. We typists felt pretty bad about that. Here are a few of my memories. My experiences in service of my country, compared to veterans who slept in mud and ate cold K-meals and were actually shot at, were basically mostly civilian. As my family remembers, I originally went to the post office recruiting office to join the Marines, like my father had done in the Spanish-American War before going all Navy. While I sat there, the grizzled old Marine who had survived World War II and Korea still had the cropped-down, high and tight haircut, now grown gray and thin. He had become, in this last stage job, impassive, unemotional, sitting there with his weary, scarred face and newly pressed khakis, inducting muscular football players, weightlifters, young truck drivers, all eager to risk their lives. When all 98 pounds of me, in my nylon shirt, white paint pants, and ducked back to greasy haircut, filled the hardwood chair across from him, this old man looked up at me, dropped his pencil, and folded his gnarled hands. He snarled, and with no smile on his old lips, spoke in a low-volume animal growl. Girl, where did you come from?" "High school, sir," I whimpered. For the next 10 or 15 minutes, as the wall clock ticked away and the long benches full of future Marines waited, the old drill sergeant told me the stories of his service and those of his son, who had lost his legs in combat. I swallowed hard. I told him of my brothers who served in the Navy in the big one and their war years. "Your brothers, all patriots, I'm sure, my son, went to bed in clean sheets, ate steaks, and had hot coffee in clean cups. But God bless them." He went on as the sun broke through the dirty windows with unimaginable horror tales of combat. I sat there with my clean white teeth showing from my open mouth, listening to a real veteran, whom I now know was generously trying to keep this skinny puppy in his clean jeans and sneakers from dying in a police action. He finished with a deep cough and waited for my decision. With shaking hands, I pulled up my jeans, thanked him for his time, and walked down the hall to the office of the United States Air Force. San Antonio Training Base, July 1951. 2 Air Force medics stood across from one another in the base hospital barrack. One, a medic, looked like a lifeguard from the beach somewhere, maybe Santa Monica, maybe Biloxi, Mississippi. There was a girl in his last summer, I'm sure. And here he was, ready to inoculate my flight with 7 shots for overseas duty. 7. Across from him was an older officer, a real doctor. Each held in their hands a brace of 3 loaded needles. The officer described their ingredients. No one was asked if they were allergic to the medications. As we came abreast of them, we were shot up. My reactions were minor. I slept the rest of the day. Some of my classmates dropped on the spot and were carried away. True story. November 4th, Walgreens Pharmacy in Waterville. I've been injected yet again. I've had all the required anti-COVID juice. This one is for the good old-fashioned flu. I adjust my mask and step out into the sunlight. And the beat goes on.
Thanks for listening to On the Edge with JP Devine. On the Edge with JP Devine audio is made possible by our subscribers like you. Thank you for supporting local journalism in Central Maine.